say, I am a bit tethered here with my Surface attached, so if you can't see them posting away, by all means, move up. I don't know if there's any actual behind it. And like Tom Stewart, I wanted to thank Stuart for inviting me to speak today, because actually I was working at the system concept with Tom when we brought in Stuart, so it's quite a nice close circle. And actually this event has been really great. There's a lot of inspiring speakers, and it's really great to be able to support the program at City University. So I'm really happy and excited to be here. Yes, I am talking about the state of play in HCI, and really what I want to do is talk about kind of what does our marketplace look like today, and what does that mean for us as practitioners in HCI, UX. So whilst talking, I might use the term UX, HCI. I think we can all recognize how we can use those terms interchangeably, and we won't get into a big definition debate. But if I think about, actually Tom has set up this talk for me quite nicely. So I graduated from a degree in human factors and ergonomics back in 1996. I can tell from my accent. I'm from Canada, and looking back when I graduated to where we are today, I think our industry has evolved tremendously. It's unbelievably how much it's changed. And Tom Stewart's talk really nicely highlighted how it's changed. And I think there's really been three things that have influenced our pace of evolution, our change. One is technology, and client maturity, people buying our services, and basically the new entrants we're seeing in our marketplace. And let me tell you a little bit more about what I mean by those. So if you think about technology, I think if you look historically when we talk about human-computer interaction, where technology and computers were found were very much one instance in time. So it might be an email system, or it might be I'm going to shop for something online. And really, that human-computer interaction was the experience. That's all it was. However, today, because technology isn't only located in one instance in time, technology is everywhere, right? We've got it, so I haven't brought my smartwatch, you've got it on your watch, you've got it in your back pocket, you've got it on shop windows. And because technology is everywhere, it means we're more connected. And this opportunity to be more connected has gotten very exciting for our clients. I think this is an example on the screen of some of the work we've been doing for Shell, where they've provided a completely connected experience from when you're in the office using your desktop to on the move with your mobile, and even at the point of sale when you're at their stations. And our clients are recognizing the opportunities that it opens up for them in terms of how they can provide a better service and how they can provide better experiences for their customers and users. So that is why they've actually become more mature. And if you think back, we used to have to sell our services. It was a tick box before something went live. Now people are recognizing, actually, this is a very valuable service. So technology and client maturity are two things that have pushed the evolution of our industry. But clients have also recognized if we're going to deliver a fully connected experience for our customers, we as an organization need to be connected in order to deliver it. And we know many of our clients aren't connected, and they're starting to realize, goodness me, we need to start thinking about how we design our own organization. And this is where management consultancies are going, we know something about organizational change and organizational design. So a lot of buzzwords you can hear right now is around digital transformation and business transformation, and this is what we're talking about, helping clients be connected and be able to deliver that connected experience. Which leads to my third point around how our industry has evolved, and that is very much around this very changing landscape, competitor landscape. And nowadays, you will see, we're not just competing against other consultancies. Obviously, there's Bunny Foot here today. You've got System Concepts, Foolproof, Web Credible. It was for a while. There's also client sides. We're building up their capabilities. Actually, we're competing against professional services like Ernst & Young and Accenture. Saren, I'm sure many of you are familiar with Saren. That was used to the company Phobia and then Saren. They are professional services, accountancy. They now have this capability in-house. Wipro is a tech integrator. They're buying that in-house. So all these players are coming into our marketplace because they see the value of having our skill sets in order to deliver digital transformation and business transformation. And Capital One, the client side, has actually bought in those capabilities. For smaller agencies, it might feel a little bit like David and Goliath. Goodness me, look at these big players, how are we possibly going to compete? and actually ourselves at Foolproof had to look back and go, what is the impact on the work we're trying to sell and win and do? And I will tell you, there's plenty of work out there, and actually there's enough for everyone. That's really good news. And that is really good news for you as well if you're looking for a career in HCI. Because actually, your options and choices are so much broader than they've ever been before. It's not just about working within a client, thinking about the BBC, or working within consultancy. Actually, you've got this plethora of options out there, and where do you go? Startups are as well are recognizing the value of what we do. So obviously you need to start thinking about, where do my passions lie? Where do I see as the best environment to grow and build my career? And what about the culture of the organization? Does it match with my values and philosophy? I can go on a long time talking about that. This is something I'm passionate about. That's another talk. If you're interested, grab me. But these are the things you need to be thinking about. But the key thing, again, is there's loads of opportunities out there for you. Regardless of which industry or which type of business you choose to build your career in, there are three things I think we need to start doing to add to our toolbox to be more effective. So with these new entrants like management consultancies and tech integrators, for example, they also bring in new skills to our landscape, our industry. And they are skill sets that we actually, to be effective, I think we need to have as well. Programs like City give you a fantastic foundation to be successful, but I'm arguing these three things are things you need to add to your toolkit. UX strategy, consultancy, and creative technology. So this screenshot here is actually from our website, and you can read a little bit about, we actually call it strategy and planning, but in the industry it's known as UX strategy. And this is actually my colleague Tim Liu, who's our strategy director. And as I speak, he's speaking at an event called UX Strat that's taking place in Boston, Massachusetts this week. And it's interesting looking, and we know Paul Bryan, and we've been trying to support his conferences and events over the years. And it's interesting, it started becoming a hot topic, UX strategy, in this conference around 2012, 2013. And back then, all the discussions were around, what is UX strategy? How do you define it? I'm pleased to say we've moved well past that. Now, in 2016, it is actually a recognized global practice. And the things we're talking about more is around the tools and methods and how do we effectively get our clients on board and influence them. Again, UX strategy is something I think really important for you to have in your toolbox. And management consultancies do have the skills and are very well placed to do this, but actually what they don't have that we bring is that human centricity, user centricity that we can bring to the table that they can't. So that was strategy. The other skill set I think we need to invest in ourselves is what I call consultancy. I think historically in our industry we always talk about UX researchers or UX designers. In fact, Monica and I were having this conversation. And I still am guilty of using the term. And I would like us to shift that and say, actually guys, we're not researchers. Research is our tool for consultants. So we take research, from that we derive insights, and we use those insights to be consultants. And what I mean by consultants is we provide professional expert advice and direction to our clients. But you need to be able to have that research, but that's not what we do. Because research, you just give that away, someone else does something clever with it. We're the clever people, and we work with our clients to help them think about what their strategy needs to be. When we talk about strategy with our clients, really what we're saying is, hey guys, you as a brand claim that you're delivering this fantastic experience to your customers. But what you say you give your customers and what they actually experience is often a massive gap. And that's our job, is we're helping them fill that gap. We're helping them say, yes, you promised this, but if you look at, you're on the call center, that out-of-box experience that Tom Stewart was talking about earlier, or any problems you have, yeah, it might be great at the point of sale, but once I've bought it, actually that experience drops. So our role is to help them think about what is that vision, the experience you want to deliver, and making sure every touch point they're able to deliver on it. And in order to be great consultants and do that, we need to be brave and bold. We need to be able to ask the questions that no one else is willing to ask or is afraid to ask. And we need to be just as passionate about our clients' businesses and their industry and what they're going through as we are about their end users and customers. And the third skill I think we need to invest in is what I'm calling creative technology. So at Foolproof, we have basically a creative technology studio that we call KNIT, and this is my colleague Jack, hard at work. They make stuff. It's pretty cool, it's pretty fun, and the way we define creative technology is really using technology to express creative ideas. And the reason why this is so useful for us is a lot of the work that they do is what I call campaign work, so a lot of short-lived work. So it might be, how do we get people interested? So we do car shows and things like that. How do we get people interested in Renault, for example? So we'll have a bit of an exhibit and display that get people interested. Oh, what's this? And there's one where there's a big wall, and as you walk by, it lights up and follows you. So that's an idea. Hey, that's using movement and lights and provides a bit of excitement, gets people in. But it's not long-lived, it's very short-lived. So it means we can do things quite quickly and relatively cheaply. What that means for the rest of the business, we're able to observe how people actually behave with that technology, how they interact with it. And we're able to then, when we go to our clients to help them solve real meaty business problems and real end-user problems, we're able to go, we can use this technology and apply it here in this way to solve real problems and create a long-term, long-lasting solution. And the areas I think we should be thinking about today are very much around artificial intelligence, virtual reality, Internet of Things, and fintech. I think fintech is really an exciting area, particularly around helping what we call the unbanked and providing more financial inclusion to everyone. So there's a real nice thing we can do to help society and use technology and our skill sets to create better experiences for everyone around the world. So hopefully, in some of the things I've shared with you, I've been able to give you a clearer picture of the state of play of our industry. So obviously, yeah, it's very competitive. There are a lot of people out there, but hopefully you've seen actually that means there's more opportunities for us. This is a good thing. There are some skill sets we need to add to our toolbox around strategy, consultancy, and technology to really be effective. But yeah, this is a great place to be. It's in high demand. And back to the earlier question when I said, hey, where do you build your career? Well, obviously I have an opinion of where you should be building your career, but you do need to think about where you're going to get the breadth of experience and what you want to do. And if that does interest you in terms of consultancies and some of the things I've been talking about, we are hiring at Foolproof, and there are many other people here that are hiring, but you should talk to those companies to get a feel for, is it right for you? And if you are interested in getting in touch, that's